A blockbuster trade is coming. We know that Giannis Antetokounmpo wants to be in New York. Now we know why he wants to join the Knicks. And that trade, it can happen a lot sooner than a lot of you may think. We're going to break down all of these latest reports today. This episode is presented by FanDuel. If you're enjoying the content, please hit that subscribe button and have notifications turned on so you don't miss any new content. And now, let's get started. Trade coming. Giannis Antetokounmpo wants out of Milwaukee. Why? There are actually a few reasons why Giannis wants to leave Milwaukee. One of those reasons is that the Bucks made major team moves without consulting him. Shout out to Shams Charania for giving us this following information. According to him, it was a major long-term financial commitment for the Bucks to sign Miles Turner for a 4-year, $108 million contract, but also the cap hit from the remaining $113 million on Damian Lillard's deal that would stay on Milwaukee's books for the next 5 seasons. It was a full-fledged effort to keep Antetokounmpo in Milwaukee. However, the Bucks had not sought Antetokounmpo's approval or consultation before making the move, just as they hadn't required it when acquiring Damian Lillard from the Portland Trail Blazers in 2023. But that's not the only reason Giannis wants to leave Milwaukee. He also doesn't believe the Bucks roster can get the job done. Shams continues here by stating, Antetokounmpo responded, while Horst expressed his confidence in the Bucks roster and his moves, Antetokounmpo aired his concerns about whether this team could truly achieve championship contention. And he wanted to explore whether there would be an alternative path forward for both the team and player. There you have it. It's as simple as that. Championships. Giannis wants to win another championship, and he looks at New York. He looks at the roster, and he believes he can win a championship with the Knicks. And that's the main reason he wants to join New York. Giannis wants to win a championship, and he believes he can do that with the Knicks. According to Ian Begley, he states the following. A source confirmed to SNY NBA insider Ian Begley that the Knicks and Bucks had courtesy talks about an Antetokounmpo deal in August, as ESPN first reported. The talks did not reach an advanced level. Begley reports that winning a title in New York appeals to Giannis and would be one of the reasons why he sees the Knicks as a destination. Per Begley, the Knicks and many other teams have monitored Giannis' situation and will continue to do so. Winning a title in New York appeals to Antetokounmpo. Something else very interesting to note here, and shout out to Ian Begley for continuing to give us this information. According to him, the majority of discussions this summer between the Knicks and the Bucks took place after the Knicks and Mikal Bridges agreed to an extension. Due to that extension, Bridges was unable to be traded and can't be dealt until February 1st. Begley notes, as was the case over the summer, Antetokounmpo would need the Bucks to work with him on a trade destination or make things uncomfortable and force his way out of Milwaukee in order to wind up in New York. Getting to that trade, many people believe that trade is likely not going to happen until the next offseason. And certainly, that's a possibility. But if you're asking Giannis and his camp, he's not waiting for next offseason. If the Milwaukee Bucks do not look like they're in championship contention this season, he could explore a trade at the trade deadline. Shout out the Full Court Pass on the app X for giving us this following information. According to Shams Charania, Giannis Antetokounmpo and his agent have been reviewing which teams could realistically acquire him at the trade deadline. There's an expectation that Giannis Antetokounmpo will eventually leave the Milwaukee Bucks, according to Brian Windhorst. Here's what he had to say exactly. There has been an expectation for quite some time now that Giannis's days in Milwaukee, one way or another, are numbered. Whether that was going to happen this year, whether it's going to happen potentially during this season, or whether it could happen next summer. And according to Forbes' own Evan Cedarty, he states the following. Giannis Antetokounmpo could officially request a trade during the season if the Bucks do not show they are a true title contender, according to Shams Charania. Milwaukee stakeholders reportedly know this is their make or break season, with Giannis staying past 2025-2026. There is a ton of pressure on the Bucks this season, and it's unlikely that they'll be able to achieve what Giannis wants them to achieve. That means a Giannis trade is inevitable. And while Giannis may explore options at the trade deadline, honestly, I do not believe he is going to be traded until the offseason. It just makes too much sense. A trade of that magnitude, it is not going to happen at the trade deadline. That trade is happening during the offseason. And something else to note here, Giannis Antetokounmpo has the most leverage in the summer of 2026, next offseason. That means right now, the Knicks, they're not in a rush. They know a Giannis trade is coming. They can see it. They explored a Giannis trade this offseason, but nothing happened. However, one thing actually did happen. They let the entire NBA world know, out of all the trades they could make, the only trade they want to make is for Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the only team that Giannis wants to be traded to is the New York Knicks. Now, maybe at the trade deadline, other teams come up and changes happen. But if Giannis wants to have it his way, he wants to join the Knicks. And if that's the case, maybe he does explore options at the trade deadline. But ultimately, I don't think a trade happens. I believe a trade happens this upcoming summer, this offseason. And I believe if the Knicks get close to a championship, but they do not get the championship, and they lose in the NBA Finals in a way that nobody saw coming, I think at that point, the Knicks will explore a trade, and they will make a trade for Giannis at that point. But as you can see, there are a lot of things that have to happen, a lot of factors that need to occur before the Knicks actually trade for Giannis. And even at that point, even if the Knicks want to trade for Giannis, Ian Begley made it perfectly clear. At that point in time, another thing needs to happen. Giannis himself needs to force his way out of Milwaukee and tell the Bucks, I only want to go to New York. And honestly, after that Shams report, the entire league believes that already. So all Giannis needs to do is wait and be patient until the next offseason, when New York can likely make another move, and likely when they're gonna want to make another move. This year, they're in championship mode. They believe they have the roster to win a championship in a weakened Eastern Conference. And imagine this. Imagine the Knicks win a championship and then somehow, some way, find a way to trade for Giannis without gutting this team. Leon Rose in this Knicks front office, I would never put a move like that past him. Winning a championship, that's important. But you know what else is important? Winning a championship for multiple years. Being in championship contention for multiple seasons. Leon Rose, that's what he's looking at. That's what he wants to do. That's what he's planning. That's why, whether it's sooner or later, it's inevitable. Giannis Antetokounmpo, that blockbuster trade, it's coming. And from the sounds of it, it's coming very, very soon. And this is another reason why Giannis Antetokounmpo is likely leaving the Milwaukee Bucks after this season. Shout out to channel sponsor FanDuel, America's #1 sportsbook, for giving us this updated information and these latest odds on who's going to win the NBA Finals. And the Milwaukee Bucks, they're not on this list. And that's the main reason why Giannis is leaving Milwaukee after this season. Vegas knows it, FanDuel knows it, the league knows it. The teams to watch out for in the NBA to win the finals, they're the Oklahoma City Thunder at plus 230. They're the Cavs at plus 600. They're the Nuggets at plus 750. They're the Knicks at plus 1,000. They're the Lakers at plus 1,400. And they're the Timberwolves at plus 1,700. No other teams are even close to winning the NBA Finals for this season. And that includes the Milwaukee Bucks. And whether Giannis likes it or not, whether he wants to admit it to himself or not, he is going to try his best this season, do everything he can for the Milwaukee Bucks. But then, come the end of the year, he's going to be looking at a Milwaukee Bucks team that is fighting to try to stay alive in the postseason and maybe not even reaching the postseason, depending on how the year goes, because we have no idea how this version of the Bucks is even going to perform in a weakened Eastern Conference. That blockbuster trade, it is going to happen. It's going to happen next offseason. And hopefully that trade is Giannis going to the Knicks. There are a lot of factors that need to happen for that trade to go down. But if I know Leon Rose, he is going to do everything in his power to get Giannis on this Knicks team. But what about you guys? What do you think about Giannis wanting to join the Knicks because he wants to win a title in New York and he sees the Knicks as a perfect destination in order to do that? Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section below, guys, because honestly, I would love to hear from you. But that's going to do it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, go ahead and smash that like button, leave a comment below, and of course, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Until next time, Knicks fans, take care of yourself, your families, and each other. Peace and love.